Here's a little tour of our homeschool room. So we've got, the way that we've set it up is we have little stations. So we start over here. This is where we begin our day. And this is our visual schedule, which Maddie really loves. That's been wonderful. She'll memorize that whole thing and repeat it throughout the day. And then after our visual schedule, after we discuss the day and what's ahead, then we'll move over to our calendar. And we'll have morning prayer, and then we'll talk about the calendar and what the day is. We usually take Belle on walks before we come into the homeschool room, and so we'll have talked about the weather on our walk with Belle, and then we'll do all the calendar stuff. And then we come over here, and this is our math station. And this little rug is kind of our floating rug. We'll just move it from station to station. And this is where we're working on our 100 chart. And then after that, we move over to this little corner. This is our little reading nook. We'll read books, or sometimes we do puppet story. There's our felt board, and it's just kind of like story time there. And then we move over to this table, and this is where she does a lot of her worksheets and handwriting and letter recognition and things. And then we move over here, and this is kind of sensory. Right now we're doing the salt tray with the letter writing, but this table is from IKEA, and the tabletop, it lifts up, and we have sensory pens underneath. So those are the water beads with texture letters inside. So we'll do things like that. And then she loves to paint, and there's her art easel. And then this is just where I keep most of the supplies, which they're like art supplies and things like that. Obviously that requires supervision, and Maddie came in one time and found obviously the markers or something, so she's decorated those for us. And so that's it for the homeschool room.